Hello everybody, welcome to my channel English for Life. Over the last couple of months, I've been actively thinking of making a series of videos on education, especially on teaching and learning English language. Given the current pandemic, it is rather inhuman to talk about anything else except coronavirus. But to me, it is a blessing in disguise, and I believe strongly that life must go on. Like the famous lyrics, the sun always sets, the moon always falls. It feels like the end. Just pay no mind at all. Keep rolling, life must go on. Without a further ado, let's straight dive into the main parts of my video. As we all know, English is a crazy, lawless, and non-phonetical language. It is argued that 75% of it is non-phonetical and 25% of it is guided by rules. Therefore, it is important for us to identify and use the most effective teaching and learning strategies so that we can overcome the difficulties and challenges and master this language. So, to show the inconsistencies of this language, I'm going to read out a poem. The name of the poem is English is Hard. We'll begin with a box, and the plural is boxes, but the plural of ox becomes oxen, not oxes. One fowl is a goose, but two are called geese. Yet the plural of moose should never be meese. You may find a lone mouse or a nest full of mice. Yet the plural of house is houses, not highs. If the plural of man is always called man, why shouldn't the plural of pan be called pan? If I speak of my foot and show you my feet, and I give you a boot, would a pair be called beat? If one is a tooth and a whole set are teeth, why shouldn't the plural of both be called beat? One may be that, and three would be those. Yet hat in the plural would never be hose, and the plural of cat is cats, not cows. We speak of a brother and always of brethren, but though we say mother, we never say mothern. Then the masculine pronouns are he, his, and him, but the plural is not the, these, and them. So this is a classic example of inconsistencies of English, especially with grammar, pronunciation, phonics, and so many other things. I've got a few other poems like this, and if you want to be included those poems in the upcoming videos, please do let me know in the comment box. Learning, acquiring, and mastering a new language is always a challenging task. And when we try to learn a new language, it is most likely that we are going to make mistakes. And one should not be too worried about making mistakes. As we all know, through mistakes, we can overcome the difficulties, we can improve our language skills, and eventually we can gain confidence. So therefore, it is important for us to overcome the fear through practice and unyielding desire to master this language. It can be safely said that our success in academic and professional life largely depends on our command over English. We have already witnessed that in our practical life. Let's unlock the beauty and the challenges of this unpredictable international language. On this slide, I have tried to list a series of objectives. That means my targets and what I want to achieve from this video. And the first one on my list is to improve pronunciation, which is absolutely vital in English language learning. Next one is to improve spelling, because we all know that spelling and pronunciation, they do not synchronize, and leaving the language non-phonetical. And the next one is to improve reading and writing, and then build a vocabulary, to improve fluency, to be familiar with sound system of English alphabet, and to be familiar with the crazy and lawless English language, and to develop or improve our confidence. So I'm going to hopefully be able to fulfill my targets and achieve my targets, and will be able to help you guys through these objectives. Now I'm going to introduce you the sound system of English language, which is phonics. This framework is widely used in the schools of the UK. As you all know, there are 26 English alphabet. They all can make 44 different sounds, 20 being vowel sounds and 24 are consonant sounds. And I have tried to show you grapheme and phoneme, which is, it means the name of the letter is A and the sound that it makes is A. So that's phoneme. And the written form of this letter is called grapheme. So this is the letter that I have written here. A is the grapheme, and the sound that it makes, which is A, is the phoneme or the sound. And I have tried to also show you how a sound is produced or used in phonics with the two slashes and a letter in between. And I'm going to talk more about it in the next slide. In this slide, I have tried to show you two tables, one containing 20 vowel phonemes and the other one is 24 consonant phonemes. For example, we all know that by now a letter is represented between two slashes. That means it's a letter and it has got a sound. So this letter is A and the sound that it makes is A, like in apple. Then we have got E for elephant, and then I for igloo, and then O for octopus, like that. And in the consonant phonemes, and they are all CVC words, like B, and the word that we are getting is bat, K, cat, D, dog, F, fan, like that. So the children in the UK, when they begin learning the phoneme grapheme correspondence, they actually lay their foundation of pronunciation. Now I'm going to show you the comparison between phonics and phonetics. As you all know, phonetic symbols are really difficult to master them unless you have learned this and you know how to use them. In the UK, in the schools, we find phonology is much more user-friendly and effective. So the young children, they learn the phonics first, and it helps them enormously to improve their reading and spelling and pronunciation as well. So we are going to talk about phonology, not phonetics, which is much more difficult. Now let's listen to the sound of phonics.
snake, s, 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 a, ant, a, t, t, tennis, t, 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 I, ink, I, I, I.
Now let's try and listen to the phonetics.
Hi there. In this video, we're going to be looking at the phonetic chart. I'm Colin Monroe, and this is the English language chart. At first, it looks like a meaningless collection of symbols, but each symbol represents a different sound. In spoken form, most of the English language can be broken down into 44 separate sounds. The phonetic chart shows us how these sounds relate to each other. There are three sections to the chart: single vowels, or monophthongs in green, diphthongs in red, and the consonants in blue. The first section is the single vowel sounds. These are sometimes called the monophthongs. When we think about the alphabet, we normally think of there being 5 vowels: A, E, I, O, and U. However, there are many ways that these letters are pronounced, so the pronunciation is very inconsistent. This makes things very difficult when learning English, especially as in many other languages, the vowel sounds are pronounced more consistently with how they're spelled.
Now I'm going to move on to the next slide. If you want to actually listen to the whole video on phonetics and phonics, you can pause the video and then listen to these sounds. Here I have tried to show you the short vowel sound. For example, short E sound, and then on this side I have tried to show you short A sound. Short E sound, for example, bad, because the vowel E is making a short sound. Net, leg, 10, and likewise short A sound. It is absolutely important that we differentiate and distinguish between short vowel sound and long vowel sound. And that will help us enormously and significantly to improve our pronunciation. In this slide, I'm going to show a short A and long L sound. How a single letter can make a short sound and a long sound, making the whole language is much more challenging and difficult and inconsistent to a certain extent. Say, for example, short A, as in man, ran, pan. Long A is main, rain, pain, cane, and mostly long A sound usually have 2 vowels, one in the middle and E at the end, but not necessarily. Sometimes 2 vowels together can be a long vowel sound as well. For example, rain, it doesn't have any E at the end, and pain doesn't have any E at the end. So it is absolutely imperative for a learner to distinguish between short A sound and long A sound. And there are some more examples here. For example, we normally say lack, there is only 1 vowel, and here 2 vowels, the E at the end. So, and we'll say lake is longer sound, short sound, long sound. And then there are some more here I'm going to show you, which is short I sound and long I sound, like bit, byte. As you can see, bit is like bit, giving only a short I sound, and byte, as you can see, is got I and then E at the end, and making it long sound. So there are some more examples. You can pause the video and then see whether you can identify the difference between short and long vowel sounds. Similarly, here I have done a list here to show some more examples of short and long vowel sounds. Now, there are some examples of split digraphs making the long vowel sounds, like m, a, k, e, make, then take, game, and you can see all the letters are highlighted in red to show the long vowel sounds. In this slide, I'm going to show you some inconsistent pronunciation of English language. As we know that OUGH family, or spelling by analogy, it has got as many as 6 different sounds, although some people say that it may have as many as 9 different sounds, depending on the context. For example, we got uff, as in tough, rough, hiccup, and enough, and off, cough, trough, ow, bow, plow, slough, though, all in thought, sought, fought, bought, and as in borough, Bromley borough, thorough, and then as in through. So it is extremely difficult to master this kind of inconsistent pronunciation, which is absolutely difficult. However, it can be done through practice and through listening, and I'm sure one day we all be able to overcome the difficulties, challenges, and master this language. Now I have come to the end of this video, and this is my last slide, and I am really thankful to you guys for spending your valuable time to listen to my video, and then I'm expecting you to give me your comments and opinions and any suggestions that you may have in the comment box, and also please put a tick on the like box and subscribe it, as it will inspire me doubly to make more educational videos, especially on teaching and learning English language. Thank you very much.